Cinémoi presents SuperModels Du Monde, the ultimate supermodel series. We're counting down 100 extraordinary catwalkers from every corner of the planet, from the land down under to the Far East. We're ranking each region's most stunning strutters.
Get to know Rian.
As a 14-year-old girl, you're not really like, oh my god, I'm so pretty, I'm gonna be a model.
Ikaline.
I don't want to just be categorized as one kind of person. So many different sides of yourself, and I just like to kind of show that as well.
Daphne.
I live close to Amsterdam in a small village, and I still live there.
Laura.
Should I laugh more? Because somebody else told me that as well, actually, 2 days ago.
Karen.
I think being sexy is something a person is or just isn't. I don't think it's something you can be.
Doutzen.
I didn't even tell my parents. I sent pictures and I said one day, well, we have to go to Amsterdam. And they were like, why?
Bet.
I was shopping in Amsterdam with my mother and someone from Holland scouts me on the streets.
And Saskia.
I do yoga. I started when I was 16 doing that. I mean, it's body and mind.
Watch and find out which of these 8 Dutch delights is number 1 on our list. And to kick off the countdown, at number 8, it's doll-faced Bet Frank. Tulips aren't the only beautiful things exported out of Holland. Since her 2005 runway debut in Milan, Bet Frank has been making a place for herself in the fashion industry. How she was discovered is every girl's dream.
I'm from Holland and I was shopping in Amsterdam with my mother and someone from Holland scouts me on the streets. That was when I was 14 and I thought it was a little strange, but let's give it a try.
It's hard to believe with a now flourishing modeling career that Bet would have been skeptical at first.
Yeah, when someone comes to you and say, oh, do you want to be a model? That's strange. Don't you think so? Busy, but I like it. I really like it. Yeah, the people and the things you do and just all of it. I'm still in school, so most of the time I'm in school in Holland. So I'm just with friends stuff. In Holland there are a few magazines, and when a friend of mine was just reading it and said, oh my god, it's you! But I didn't tell her that I was in, so that's really funny.
At number 7, get to know style star Ikaline. The striking looks of Ikaline Stanga have gained her the attention of the fashion industry. But it's the Dutch beauty's way with her wardrobe off the runway that has intensified the spotlight shining in her direction.
It's cool to just kind of be free in what you feel like wearing and just be creative, and it doesn't matter if if it has to be matching or just just do what you feel like. It's like a leotard, and I found it in New York somewhere in a vintage shop. It's like from the 70s or something. It's like a figure skating outfit. I went to some castings and my agency got some reactions, like I was wearing this silver sequins leotard, and stuff like that with big glasses and whatever. And my booker calls me and she's like, yeah, so we have to talk about your wardrobe, This is just like a little vintage top that I found in Holland in a vintage store. And my boyfriend gave me these tights they're from American Apparel. I'm obsessed with vintage shopping. I'm just like, I go crazy there. But piles and piles of vintage clothing.
Even while trying to finance her photography studies, Ikaline's unique style didn't go unnoticed.
I was walking around in the mall, and I was still kind of like a punk rocker, you know. I had like red dreadlocks in my hair and like a little ring in my nose and big pants and all this crazy stuff. And this guy came on to me and he's kind of staring at me like, "Yeah, do you want to be a model?" And then, like the first time I was like, no, it's not for me, you know. Then I got scouted again, and my mom was like, "Oh, you can make some money, you know, next to school and stuff like that." It's a cool experience. I love the traveling, and you meet so many different people. And I've met some really amazing girls in this business as well. The shows are really tough because it's so much running around, and like every night, like especially in Paris, it's like 1 or 2 hours sleep every night. I remember last season on Marc Jacobs, which is quite known as well, where I had to open the show and my shoe came off and stuff like that. Yeah, that was quite disastrous, but it turned out to be fine. Of course, I'm just trying to make my money as well, and then because I want to do photography in the future, which is quite difficult to make your money. I don't want to just be categorized as one kind of person. I like to be like different every day, and I'm not, so many different sides of yourself, and I just like to kind of show that as well.
Breakout star Daphne ranks at number 6 on our countdown.
Hi, my name is Daphne Groeneveld. I started like 2 years ago, and I was scouted in Amsterdam. I was shopping with my mom, but I was scouted like 2 times before. One time in Paris, but then I was only 13 years old, and one time on the internet, and then again in Amsterdam. So I thought maybe I could try it out. But first of all, I thought we're gonna do it like really slowly so I can finish my school, but it was going really quick, and now I'm here, so that's exciting.
Daphne's distinct features were exaggerated backstage at the Altazara show, where the teenager was excited to be working again for the New York designer.
Yes, last season I opened it. Yeah, it's really strong woman, and I really love it. The hair is, you can see it, it's really beautiful, and the eyebrows are really strong, and I love it. I love the clothes. The collection is really beautiful, and I love to work for Altazara because the people are so kind and really nice, so it's an honor.
This Dutch beauty is still a small town girl, and she brings a special someone from back home with her on the road.
I'm from Holland, and I live close to Amsterdam, like 20 minutes ago, in a small village, and yeah, I still live there. My mom is always traveling with me because I'm only 16 years old, so she thinks I'm kind of young. Yeah, it's good. I'm still in high school. I made my exams like last year, but I didn't pass them, so I had to do it again, but it's fine.
After just a few seasons in the industry, Daphne has already graced the pages and covers of elite magazines. Her extraordinary look has quickly become a favorite of top designers.
I had a great season. I did some covers, and I did the Louis Vuitton campaign, and like She and She campaign. It was 2 seasons ago, but that was really great, and the cover of the French Vogue was, of course, a big honor, and yeah, I've done really great things. Every season is so different, and every time it's exciting because you see all the collections every season, and the designers are doing a great job. It's hard work for them, and I love to be backstage with all the girls, and it's really nice.
At number 5 on our list, it's exotic face Rihanna.
In Dutch, you say it like Rihanna, but for a lot of people, it's really hard to pronounce. They discovered me on the street, like, you know, it's a story. I was shopping with my mom, and somebody came to me and asked me if I wanted to be a model. And, you know, that's how things got started. When I was discovered, I was 14, so I was so young, so I really didn't know what to do. But then I was like, you know, why shouldn't I try it? So I just worked in the weekends a little bit. As a 14-year-old girl, you're not really like, oh my God, I'm so pretty, I'm gonna be a model. And I was very realistic. I was like, listen, I just wanna, you know, finish my school, and you know, after that we'll see. I was never really into like being a princess anyway, or being a model. No, it's just not me. I finished high school in July, and I'm starting college in 2 weeks. I'm gonna do like the School of Tourism, which is like a lot of languages, economics. Yeah, I speak of course Dutch, German, English, and a little French. And I really want to do something besides this job because it's driving me a little crazy sometimes.
Why?
I don't know. It's just because you never really use your brains. It's always about the way you look. And people look at you more as an object than as a person. I just need to have something else, you know, where I can focus on, and I know this is not going to be forever, and you know. You never know what's going to happen in your life. So I mean, if you would told me 4 years ago that I would be like a model right now, I would be like, yeah, sure.
Landing at number 4 on the countdown, it's boyish beauty Saskia.
Hi, this is Saskia.
Saskia could easily pass for a teenager, but the androgynous Dutch beauty is quickly becoming one of the industry's more mature success stories.
I'm actually 29. Yes. Maybe I should say I'm 19. I'm 19. I started in Holland. And I did a lot of commercial work in Holland. I stopped modeling for a couple of years, and now since 1 year I'm working again. I went to art school, I studied art, and I'm a visual artist. I think the whole reason why I went to study art was because I was a model. Yeah, I've always enjoyed it. I did Reed Krakow, Matthew Williamson, and Paul Smith today. I really find the clothes very beautiful. I had a few pieces at home a couple of years ago, but it's a little bit expensive for me, but...
Her clients' collections may have been too pricey a few seasons ago, but now that Saskia's an in-demand model, the working artist has a more flexible budget.
I'm combining my own work with modeling, which is for me a very nice combination. I'm able to work on my own projects and meanwhile do this job as well. So I like very much the process of making images with a team of people. I think my friends and my family, they support me and in whatever choice I make, and they also support the modeling part of my life, which is very nice to have people who support you. This is really the first time I do shows and the first time I really experienced this kind of traveling. I mean, I have to say that I miss home and my boyfriend and my cat, but it's also exciting.
The lean, long-limbed model knows her body is her business and she makes sure to keep it in top form.
I do yoga. I started when I was 16 doing that. I mean, it's body and mind. No. I hate the gym and I eat healthy, but that's what I really like to do. I think eating lots of fruit and vegetables and just like good bread and to eat is very important, and it makes you kind of happy inside when you eat healthy.
At number 3 on our countdown, it's the angelic Doutzen. Most fashion followers will recognize Doutzen from the multitude of runway exits, and just as well because her name is a little less familiar.
I'm from Holland, from the north, and there also it's not a common name.
Really?
Yeah, it's very rare. I think it's like 3 people I know with my name. It was more that I want to make some money, and my friends always told me, maybe you can make some money, send pictures. I was like, no. You know, I think it's a little bit arrogant that you think of yourself, you're pretty, and so, but then the day came and I didn't make any money and had no job, and I was like, well, let's try it. You never know. And then I was on holiday, and then they asked me if I could go to New York. So, went pretty fast. I had no imagination. I would just send pictures and I thought I would be in the magazines, or I didn't know what I actually was doing. I didn't even tell my parents. I sent pictures and I said one day, well, we have to go to Amsterdam, and they were like, why? I have to go to a model agency, and that's how it started. Yeah, I don't know, I had no imagination of how it was. I was not even interested in modeling at all. I was just looking for making some money. I think the traveling is nice, meeting nice people, but at the same time you meet also very mean people and fake people, of course. But that's, I think, in every job. And one day you like it, and the other day you hate it. But I think with modeling it's very close to each other. Like 5 minutes you love what you're doing, and then the other 5 minutes you can meet someone really mean, or someone's calling from home, you get homesick.
Now based in New York, Doutzen has no shortage of things to do in the Big Apple, but still feels her heart belongs to her homeland.
I think I like Europe more.
Really?
I'm more like, they're more cooler. I don't know. In New York it's more stress and everybody is working so hard. I feel more lonely in New York.
Now a Victoria's Secret angel and a mother, this pouty beauty has the modeling world at her feet. Doutzen enjoys every step of the runway. No complaints from this gorgeous girl.
What I want to be? No, I have no idea. I want to do something, maybe some charities. I still already do charities, but it's only giving money. But I would love to do some work for Worldwide Fund or UNICEF, these kind of things. But to school, I don't think I want to go anymore. Sometimes I miss it, but I don't want to go anymore. I finished it, and I think this is a nice life. Yeah, I like it.
Landing at number 2, it's Holland hottie Karen Mulder.
I think being sexy is something a person is or just isn't. I don't think it's something you can be. I don't know. You have to have it inside of you already.
Dutch-born Karen Mulder wasn't called Smolder Mulder for nothing. At the tender age of 17, Mulder captured the attention of the fashion industry with her naive sex appeal.
Somebody that isn't sexy, you can put the most amazing outfit and everything, but still it's going to be, you have to feel it. Otherwise you cannot be sexy. You can put somebody in a garbage bag and look sexy, and some people, in a garbage bag look like garbage.
Look at this. This is so cute. I love this. So pretty. It's adorable.
Season after season, the blonde bombshell strutted down the most celebrated runway, the Victoria's Secret show.
They give you something that you don't like or you don't feel comfortable, and you don't have to wear it. There's no problem whatsoever. But also, the way they shoot their pictures is very tasteful. Modeling has made a big change in my life, definitely. I mean, I come from a small town in Holland where people don't think the same way at all. I mean, they don't have, for example, the American dream.
I'm not a jealous person at all. I'm not. I mean, I try and do my best, and if it works, I'm very happy. If it doesn't, nothing I can do about it.
Karen's exceptional looks radiate her positive attitude.
I'm a happy person. I'm just me.
And coming in at number 1, gap-toothed Dutch delight, Laura Stone. Meet Laura Stone. Her face is becoming familiar to many, not only because she's one of today's most in-demand models, but also because of her curious facial expressions.
Should I laugh more? Because somebody else told me that as well, actually, 2 days ago. It was like, that was the first question they asked me, like, why don't you ever smile? I just don't have a smiley face anyway, except when I'm talking to people and being like, whatever, normal. So, I don't know, maybe I'll try today.
But what's the real story behind her wins?
My feet are so little, and the shoes are always so big, and then last season I fell over all the time.
What size foot are you that's so tiny?
Like a really small 37. They always fall off, and I always get so scared. Today it's good because everybody has flat shoes, so it's starting off well. I started modeling a long time ago, about 10 years ago. When I was 13, I was on holiday in Paris, and we were with my whole family in the metro, and this woman came up to me and asked me if I wanted to be a model. And I'm like, I just started laughing at her pretty much because it didn't really make any sense. And then my parents kind of liked the idea, and they sent the pictures to the agency in Holland, and then they did a competition, which I didn't win. And then I started working in Holland on the weekends until I was 16. And then I got thrown out of high school, and then my mom sent me away to Paris.
I want to backtrack to where you got kicked out of high school.
Oh.
What was that for?
For being very naughty. I'm really bad with authorities. And when people tell me what to do, I want to do the opposite. So that's exactly what I did for the longest time. And they were kind of over it after a while. So they just decided to throw me out. I lived in Paris for a year, and then I decided I need to get some kind of diploma. So then I went to do this evening school in Holland, which is really easy. And we made a good deal with them that I only had to show up to make midterms. So I had to go to Holland every 3 or 4 months just to make some tests, and then the final exam at the end of the year, and that was it. And then I graduated high school.
So in the end, it seems as though Mother really did know best.
She was like, well, you want to do everything yourself anyway, and so fine, go for it, go away. And it kind of worked out for the best, because she was right in that way that if she would have sent me to another school, the same thing would have happened, and I just had to do something on my own and take care of myself. Then I realized myself that I had to go back to school, so that was kind of her plan, and it worked out exactly the way she planned it.
The Calvin Klein campaign star knows she won't model forever. She plans to take her career to new altitudes.
I'm not sure yet. I wanted to be a pilot for a really long time because I'm extremely afraid of flying and I have major panic attacks and everything. So then I figured I'll do it myself, and that's what I wanted to do. So I'll definitely get like a flying kind of license or something. But I don't think I want to spend the rest of my life in an airplane either. So I don't really know. I'm still thinking about it.